Hello, 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 hello. Oh, we start early. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. I have been trying to push myself to be doing other looks, other feels, other designs, other. So, I decided I wanted to do some big flowers and use a bigger brush than I normally do and just make it kind of a little more abstract, maybe. So we'll see what we get. One of my favorite things to do is watch paint dry. And so a lot of times I talk about that when I'm painting. It just fascinates me to see the emotions that come through when you're painting, and when you use something over and over again, and one bottle of paint completely changes every time you do something with it. And so, don't stress over how it doesn't look, and enjoy the moments of how it does look. And you've watched me paint before. If you've watched me paint before, you know that doesn't always go with how I feel in the moment. And I've taken over many a painting and painted over many a painting, I guess I should say it that way, and changed exactly everything about it. This is one of my favorite paintings that I've ever painted, and it's because it tells the story of where I was and what it became. Under this was a rooster that I just couldn't make work. Then there was other stuff, trying to make other stuff work, and nothing worked. And so I just finger painted this and did it. And it's more about, because it's the love of the painting and letting what you have done just be part of the story. So this I did a few days ago, a couple days. Everything's blending together right now, and it's just another version of what I painted. I didn't have the rooster underneath it or anything like that, but it's still, I wanted to see if I could paint something similar with a lot of emotions. And they're different emotions because it's been many years since I've painted in between these two things. But that's the beauty of this, is life is constantly evolving, constantly changing, and we can't just be stuck on a moment that was right, wrong, or indifferent. And I tell myself this all the time, but do I live it? I always say I'm like preaching to a choir that I don't listen to, because I'm so much harder on myself than I'll ever be on anyone else, or for any reason. It's just, life can be so traumatic, wild. And so we just have to kind of work through it, not stress as much. I'm over here shaking my hand. And get through those days. I mean, I am the queen of stress. I'm the queen of stressing about all the things. And so at some point you just have to say, okay, well, I can't stress over that because there is no part of me that can control any of it. That is hard to do. That is extremely hard to do. But here I am trying to do it. And today I just kept thanking God for where I've been, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and how I possibly got there. And I had my chemo infusion this morning, morning into afternoon. And Owen went with some of our church friends so that I could go to my infusion because my mom's been in the hospital, and she's usually the one that takes care of him while I'm in the hospital. Or it's not technically the hospital, it's the cancer center that I have my infusions at. But so she's in the hospital, I'm at the cancer center. I don't think I was explaining that correctly, or in my mind I said it wrong, so I'm not sure which way I said it. But she was in the hospital for her heart, and I was at the cancer center for my maintenance infusion, because I'm technically cancer free, but they still are doing the maintenance infusions to get me to the best that they can do. And so that's where I'm at. So that is where everything kind of was. I have an orange dot over here that's not a problem, but I don't want it. I want the green there. So my mom got to come home from the hospital today, so I'm thrilled beyond everything with that. They were able to regulate her heart, and I know there's more things that she's got to do, but just for her to be home and praying and praying and praying, this makes her feel better and just kind of go from there. That will be really what I need. But Owen got to go with our friends from church, and it's one of those things that it's very stressful for him, but yet he grows every time he does something like that, and he handled it because it was something different. It was, he wasn't in summer school, which he's expecting to go to, even though it's technically canceled, and he wasn't in regular church. I mean, he was at church for part of the day, so it was definitely a different experience for him. And that's one of the things that he grew through a lot of those moments, and so did I. And so I'm very thankful that he was able to go do over Owen, and he had a really good day. I mean, he had, I'm sure there were some moments, because I was having them. Who wasn't having moments today? But he was able to handle it, and he did really good. So I'm thankful for a beautiful day. I mean, it's heavy. There's a lot going on, but still, I'm thankful to God for where we've come and where we're going. So tomorrow I have another appointment, and he'll be with one of our friends again, and he's very excited about it. So we shall see how that goes. But another day. So different, same. Looks a little different to me. I'm kind of excited that it was different. So we'll see. Each day I'm not each day, because I did something a little more. I was exhausted last night, so I did something a little more of my own traditional stuff. But I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone and do some more dramatic things. So we'll see how it all goes. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.